If you can figure out these markets, you're a better man than I, and that's why we, on our ALCIVIA Co-op Talk today, are visiting with Josh Grunnet. And Josh is the Senior Grain Merchandiser with ALCIVIA down at the main office in Cottage Grove. And Josh, I'll tell you, the last year or so, with everything going on in the world, from supply chain to COVID to wars to weather, you got a tough job.
Yeah, that seems to be almost an understatement some days. You hit on all the high points, that's for sure.
Well, high points or low points, I don't know what they are. But Josh, how you have to look at these through the eye of a merchandiser working for a cooperative like ALCIVIA, where farmers' best interests have to come into play. How do you do that? What is your business model and your marketing model that you have at ALCIVIA?
Exactly. That's what we look at every day. Try to get the grain through the supply chain into where our destination customers want it and when they want it, and try to provide bids and markets for farmers so they can deliver to our elevators or to whatever market they see fit, and deliver when they want it. And they also want to sell it at the current price, and we try to smooth the waters out because, as you alluded to, with wars and supply chain issues, and every year we have weather events, which last year was no different, it creates just a lot of choppiness in the marketplace. So we're trying to use the co-op's assets, rail and truck and different supply chain lanes, and matching up commodities back and forth to try to get the farmer the best price and get their grain to where it needs to go. Trying to think about that first and foremost every day, and then navigate all the headwinds that you alluded to.
And the challenge isn't only to identify market trends, but get that information down to the farmers so they can make marketing decisions. How good a system, or how comfortable are you with a system at ALCIVIA that you have that contact with the farmers on almost a daily basis, with many of them that are active marketers?
You got it, and that's one thing we pride ourselves on is trying to get that information to the producers through our grain origination team we have here at ALCIVIA. We're trying to do that every day, and with our other divisions, energy, agronomy, try to understand the big picture for the farmer and try to come to them with answers for all the things they have. And you're spot on with kind of the changes that's happened in the last couple of years, starting with some of the pig flu in China, supply chain issues, and then the war. We're definitely in a high-price environment, and certainly understand these growers, which were operating a business 3 years ago with a certain dollar amount, and they haven't changed their acres or their production, and all of a sudden the business that they're running has 3 times the risk or 3 times the amount of dollars tied up into it, just because the price of their commodities that they sell and their inputs have almost tripled. So these farmers are trying to manage a little bit riskier business today, and we're trying to help them through that. Certainly a new time for that, but as markets go, you look at a historical chart, and we have high price times and low price times, and that's one of the things on the horizon is how are we going to manage through a correction in price, and how do we not get over our skis there, and how do we help our farmers try to navigate that and just keep them with marketing opportunities, continue to keep them sticking with their marketing plan, and selling grain out in front, just not get caught up in the day-to-day commentary of what's happening on the news, and just stick with a good, profitable marketing plan.
And I think the key word there, Josh, is one of the key words, opportunity. And that's what ALCIVIA's grain merchandising team will give you, led by Josh Grunnet. Again, Josh is a senior grain merchandiser. Stay in contact to make the most of your marketing opportunities. Josh Grunnet with us on our ALCIVIA Co-op Talk program.